What's going on, guys? I'm about to take y'all to a new area today. I am, in fact, squidding today. Got my hoodie on, but I still have my Nicky Boys Toys pants on as always. Can't go wrong with the Nicky Boys. But yeah, I got my chest protector on underneath and like my back protector. So like I'm not full squid, but I do not have my jacket on today. So I will not be doing anything crazy in this vlog. So if you came here for craziness, it's not happening in this vlog. Let's see if he waves. See if he waves.
Nope.
No! Bro, is it really above you to not wave back, like, respectfully? Like, I just don't get it. I did a poll on my Instagram, and it's like, just ask me questions for, you know, a YouTube video. And the overwhelming majority of the questions or comments was, what are your tips to beginners if they're just starting out? Like, what do you recommend we do? I'm gonna give you like 3 to 5 tips on my best tips for new motorcycle riders. My first tip to new motorcycle riders is take an MSF course or whatever the course is called to get your license in your state. Take it. I'm telling you, I don't care if you rode dirt bikes as a kid. I don't care what you've done. The last thing that you want to do when you're just starting out on the street is ride illegally. The street is very different than riding dirt bikes in like areas like this where it's wide open, or like on a trail where it's only like trees. You don't really have to worry about too many moving obstacles that can make other decisions than you think, because a tree is stagnant, but a car is not so stagnant, and you can't predict what oh wow, I was trying to do this no-handed, but you can't predict what a car is going to do on the road. So I always recommend take the MSF course and learn road skills. I don't care how experienced you think you are, the road is going to teach you a harsh lesson if you go into the road thinking that you know, I'm hot shit, I got this, I've been riding for so many years. No, the MSF course is going to teach you stuff, and if you think that you can't learn anything from it, you're sadly mistaken. You have a massive ego that you need fixed. And for my beginners, it's going to teach you how to use the clutch, how to brake, how to swerve, how to identify obstacles, how to do like quick maneuvers like this. It's going to teach you how to do that comfortably. And you know, it's going to teach you counter steering. Like if I push my handlebar to the right, if I push on my handlebar, it's going to take me to the left. And just like on this turn coming up right here, if I push to the right, it's going to take me that way. Literally, I'm pushing to the right, pulling to the left, pushing to the right, pulling to the left. Counter steering. And counter steering is very important when you're riding, because I promise you, if there's a car coming at you head on, or you didn't take a turn sharp enough, and you try to pull your handlebars in the direction of the turn, you're going to go the opposite way, and that's going to be very bad for you. Because on the street, if a car swerves at you, boom, if the car's swerving at me that way, just like that, swerve right to the right. I think I've ranted too long about the MSF course, but I always recommend take the MSF course and ride legally, because you want to learn road skills before you actually get on the road and make, you know, before somebody else makes a mistake and you're not prepared for it, or before you make a mistake and, you know, mess your own life up, or God forbid something else happens. So take an MSF course, please. My next piece of advice is always prepare for the worst. Always pretend like you're invisible. This all goes hand in hand, but like...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh my god, I just crushed my nuts! Oh! Ah! You know, I'm gonna go somewhere different today.
Nope.
Motorcycles use caution. Why? Why am I using caution here? Oh, that's an unpaved road. I'm good. I'm good. I will not be using caution. Okay, so... always prepare for the worst, and always, you know, pretend like you're invisible on the road. What I mean by that is, like, always pretend like that truck doesn't see you. Always pretend like that car doesn't see you. Always pretend the people that are pulling out right here don't see you. Prepare for that. You know, just like always paying attention to stuff around you. That car turning. But like at the same time, you don't want to hyper-fixate on that one car thinking it's going to pull out on you, because you could have another car on the left of you, but you're paying attention to this car right here, and this car on the left of you is pulling out in front of you, but you're hyper-fixated on that car hoping it doesn't pull out in front of you. You know, riding is a very mental thing. You have to be very mentally strong, and you have to be mentally aware when you're riding. When you're paying attention to cars pulling out in front of you, you always want to look at their tires. You always want to look at the wheels. If their wheels start moving, they're going to pull out in front of you. Don't look at the driver. You looking at the driver is not going to stop them from doing what they're about to do. If you look at the tires, you're going to see if they're moving. If they're moving, prepare to move out of the way. Always have an escape route. That's another thing. Always have an escape route. You want to make sure that, you know, if a car does this, I'm going to do this. If this person does that, I'm gonna do this instead to avoid the crash. Moral of the story, pretend like you're invisible and always prepare for the worst and always have an escape plan. So that's my second tip to you guys. My third tip to you guys is ride your own ride. What I mean by ride your own ride is don't push your limits when you first start out, and sure as hell don't push your limits when you start to feel comfortable on your brand new bike. Whether it's new, whether it's brand new or used, the bike is new to you. There's a new form of power. Like it's a new thing to you, and especially for my beginners, don't push your limits when you feel comfortable, because anybody could go like this fast in a straight line. Anybody could do this. But when there's a turn approaching and you're going too hot into the turn, and you haven't learned counter steering enough to the point where you could take this corner hard like this and you could take it fast at 80 miles per hour, you know, anybody could go fast in a straight line, but when that turn approaches you and you're going too fast and then you hyperfixate on that pole because you don't want to hit it, you're going to hit that pole. Instead of looking to where you want to go and like this, look where you want to go. Look ahead of where you want to go. It's the skills that you develop outside of going fast in a straight line, like turning, braking, looking where you want to go, counter steering, all that stuff. I'm not saying that's when you can start to push your limits, but I'm telling you, you're not comfortable on a bike if you could only go fast in a straight line. Another thing that I mean by ride your own ride is if you're with your boy, you know, your boy's got a faster bike than you, or your boy is a little bit more experienced than you, or your boy's just a little bit more of an idiot than you, or you know what I'm saying. If your boy likes to do bad stuff and you're just starting out, or you don't feel comfortable doing those things, what I mean by ride your own ride is have that self-control that if your boy takes off on you or wants to go drag me in that corner or wants to go cut up in traffic, but you don't feel comfortable doing that, you have to have the self-control to not do that and not show out for your boy, because there's no point. What's the point in risking your own life to keep up with your boy? And if your boy doesn't wait up for you at the end of his little pull, or doesn't look back for you, or, you know, calls you this or calls you that because you won't cut up with him or like drag knee with him, that's not your true friend, and you shouldn't be riding with people that influence you to do things like that. If you're riding with people that try to influence you to do bad things or try to push your limits and they call you things for not trying to push your limits, you should not be riding with those guys, because as bad as it is to say, those guys are going to get you killed or they're going to get you hurt. Hospital visits are not fun when they're scraping your road rash until all the dirt is out of it and you're screaming and crying, and, you know, they won't stop because they need to get that dirt out. You know, like, I don't wish that on anybody. Ride with people that make you feel comfortable with them. Like, if they do a pull, they're not going to leave you behind. They'll wait up the road a little bit, or they'll pull over and wait for you to catch up. You should ride with those people. So what I mean by ride your own ride, like moral of the story with ride your own ride, is have the self-control to not do things that you don't feel comfortable doing, whether you're alone or with somebody else. Develop the skills and feel comfortable on your bike before you start doing bad things. But don't get cocky comfortable, just get comfortable on your bike. Feel confident on your bike, but don't feel cocky confident to the point where you feel like you could do anything. Like, if I do this wheelie right now, nothing's gonna happen, I'm untouchable. Don't get that cocky confident on your bike. Get comfortable to the point where you know your bike, you feel comfortable doing certain things on your bike that you wouldn't normally do, you know what I'm saying? So always feel comfortable and ride your own ride. My next piece of advice would have to be, don't ride with emotion. And I'm gonna start this one off with a story. A few nights ago, I took my bike out and I wanted to record a moto vlog because I was feeling like a little bit, I wouldn't want to say upset, but I just wasn't feeling like myself, and riding is kind of like my therapy. Like, I'm not one of those depressed TikTok e-boys where I have to go fast to cure my emotions, but in this situation, that's what I did. And I went out and I went very fast and I recorded it all, and it was on my way home that I was going 178 or whatever in the left lane, 180. I was going well above the speed limit, and it was nighttime. Bro, can you like use your blinker? Nice fucking blinker. You know, I was going well over the speed limit in the left lane, and a car went from the middle lane to the left lane, and I was coming up hot. And if that shoulder on the left side of the highway wasn't big enough, I would have kissed the back of that car at 160 miles per hour. I would have ended my life right there. All because I wanted to ride with emotion. And, you know, what I'm trying to say is, when you're riding with emotion, you're not thinking straight. You're not in the right headspace. You're thinking with your heart and not with your head. And when you think with your heart and not with your head, that's when a lot of the mistakes happen. I want you guys to ride your own ride and have fun. I don't want you guys to get bikes just because you think you could go fast and it's going to cure all your sadness or whatever you think riding is going to do for you, because it's not. Riding is a good temporary escape, whether you choose to go fast or slow. But it's not the cure-all for everything. I don't know, I hope that story opened some eyes to some of you guys to not ride with emotion, because if that shoulder wasn't big enough, I would have lost my life. Bruh. Okay. I don't really think I have a fifth idea, to be honest. I'll try to think of something. Oh, matter of fact, no. Here's my fifth tip. This is my fifth tip right here. This is my fifth and final tip. Bike maintenance. Take care of your bike. These may be toys at the end of the day, but these toys have massive consequences if you don't take care of the proper things on the bike. Chain maintenance. Clean your chain. Make sure you tighten your chain slack. Make sure it's, you know, maybe not to spec. I like to run my chain a little bit tighter than spec, but chain maintenance. Make sure all your fluids are good. Make sure your brakes work. Make sure you check your tires before every ride to make sure you don't have a, you know, a nail in your tire or something in your tire that could cause it to pop. Take care of your bike. Clean it. Make it look nice. But please take care of your bikes, people. Because if you don't take care of your bike and you don't respect it, it's not going to take care of you. And a chain snapping, if you decide to go fast one day, or a tire popping if you decide to go fast, I'm telling you, that those results can be detrimental to you. Like, I don't think people understand, if a chain snaps, that chain is moving very quickly, and that chain will snap on you, and it will hurt. Take care of your bike like it's a kid. You don't want your kid to be malnourished. You want your kid to live a healthy, happy life. Think of it the same way for a bike. This is your kid. Do you want your bike to live a happy, healthy life and treat you good and respect you as its parent? Take care of it like one. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. It's going to be kind of long, but this is just for my beginner riders. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll probably do one poll for you guys at the end. I know I said I wouldn't, but like, come on, I kind of have to. So let me know what you think of videos like this in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or whatever. I don't know, this is so corny, I'm sorry. I'm folding under pressure! I'm not used to doing YouTube!